Hello and welcome everyone into D&D session 106. It is lovely to see you all. I hope you're having a good day.
Have fun.
When last we left our heroes, they were hanging out in the middle of a clearing, chilling around a campfire, being amazing together, doing the stuff and the things. Honestly, that's about exactly where we were starting for the day. So, you guys, it's, middle of the night, you're chilling with each other. What's the plan?
I hit my foot on my chair. It hurts. It was on the heel.
Are you okay? Says Elise.
No. Dying.
I don't remember what we were doing before. We were just traveling, weren't we?
Yeah, we're just traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just I'm over here working on the wagon and a new cooking area. And hey guys, I'm gonna add a table too.
I forgot
So we
that
get
was
some
a
more wood and
plan.
stuff. Yeah,
I forgot that was a thing.
I'm gonna make this wagon a home.
Excellent. So Isaac is over there hammering away on the wagon without any proper excess materials. What is the rest of you all doing?
Did we decide watch?
I don't think so. You made dinner. That was about it.
All right. I'll take last watch.
I'll take first watch. I'm actually about done taking measurements and stuff over here. I need some time to design stuff out. Don't want to go to
Dongrave and
sleep and
Marco
lose all
will
my
take
measurements.
middle.
About the gods want me to keep working. I can't move.
What's episode is this?
106.
Okay, so I'm on track.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was really focusing. He like sits down. He's got all his paperwork and everything else is like around him, and he's like drawing stuff out, plans, what he needs.
Alright, so Isaac's sitting down next to the fire. Abaddon made a lovely dinner for everybody that you all did consume.
Oh, did you use your new spices?
Yes, I did. Well, I've used them last time too.
I need to make you a little collapsible like metal stand so you can put it on the side there and like brew you some tea or drink.
That would be nice.
Yeah, just a little one that you can collapse down and set up real easy. He'll start drawing that out too.
Fair enough. I mean, anything to make cooking easier for me.
I'm on fire today. It's awesome. Got all kinds of
I see
ideas.
that.
So, Elise says, it'll take us about 4 days to get to the next town. According to the map, there's not really much between here and there, so it's gonna be pretty boring. Absolutely nothing will probably happen.
I mean, you got ice cream.
That is fair. We did get some ice cream, yeah?
And you got a new backpack. Have you looked through all the pockets yet?
There's more than one pocket?
Yeah, you got little side pockets.
Ooh.
And there's probably some pockets on the inside.
Ooh, very exciting.
We're heading to Bleakburn. The next one.
Let me look at the map.
Oh, yeah, we decided on some fishing on the side of the road, too, didn't we?
Yeah, Bleakburn. There is a giant lake thing on the way that we can kind of detour to and, like, take a gander at.
Good fishing day sounds nice. I like fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing could be fun.
Yeah.
Brett, aren't you asleep?
No, we haven't gone to sleep yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's just laying in his bed talking to you guys next to the fire.
Oh, thought you started picking up some of my habits.
Not if I can help it.
what watch are you taking, Abaddon?
Honestly, I don't really care tonight. I'm just quite tired, so if nobody's called an extra first, I can take a first. Sorry, I
Abaddon,
was
why don't
in
you
a
take
book.
watch with me? I'll just stay up.
Sure.
You can sleep.
I can do stuff.
Okay, cool. Then I'll take last watch.
So
Awesome.
you and Red, Donnie and Marco, me and Abaddon.
Yes, that sounds good.
All right, sounds good. Everybody, go relax.
Cool, excellent. And everybody goes to bed. Oops, I grabbed everybody. Hang on.
Wait.
No.
The DM said, "Everyone go to bed."
As Abaddon
Come
gets
on, go
dragged through the fire.
sleepies.
Wait, Red, you wanted your own tent?
Yeah, that was just for that night while we had the stranger.
I see.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, it
I
was.
got rid
just
of
being
it.
an
yeah,
extra
I just
paranoid
remember
boy.
everything, like the round orders of how everything happened.
All right, so Abaddon, Isaac, you do have your normal 4-hour watch. Anything you want to do during your time? Any activities that you're doing on the side?
At some point in, Isaac will toddle off to the side of the forest and get some long pieces of limbs, and he'll start whittling them down to being fishing poles.
Give me a survival check to see if you can find some good ones.
Ooh, yay, worst thing ever.
I mean, you're
Best
pretty
thing
lucky. You're able to find some good strong ones that have a little bit of give on them and stuff. So yeah, you can probably pull them back.
Alrighty. Yeah, he'll sit down, Key. He'll just sit down, start whittling them out.
All right. Abaddon will.
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh yeah, I'll take up my sending stone. I
Okay.
haven't done that today. Hold on.
It
Where's
glows
the
with
map?
anticipation.
Hold on. Is this? That's the last map, right? So traveling to Bleakburn, right? Yeah. I wrote that down.
Bleakburn.
Yes. Good evening, darling. So far, travel has been boring these past few days. Headed towards Bleakburn. I'll grab you something. I think I have 5 more. Much love. Have good sleep. There you go. I'm like, I have to take out the vowels, like the uhs and the thes and stuff. Like, you have to make it punctual when you do sending.
Isaac reaches over, paps him on the shoulder. I love it. Good job, buddy.
Yeah. You get a response back to your sending. And she says, "Oh, darling, I'm doing well. Miss you bunches. Shop's doing pretty good. I saw my cousin the other day. We'll have to tell you about it." And that's all of her words.
Yep. I was counting to him like, I don't know if you count the ums or not.
No, we don't count the ums, but she was in the middle of telling you a story and ran out of words. So.
Yep.
I wonder how long she keeps talking to the stone before she realizes.
I am too. I'm curious.
Hey, Abaddon.
I might try it sometime when I'm back. Yes.
Abaddon.
Yes.
You know, we go around and we find things of, lost history and stuff like that. We've run across a lot of books.
Yes.
There's a lot of magic stuff out there. I wonder if there's a way that you could basically copy books and
like magical books or like actual books.
Like actual books, story books that have hundreds of years old that we might find or something. You could take then and since you have to turn the original into Spark, but if you made a copy of it and put it on there Now, what would be the word for a re-illustration?
Yes, that is a word, yes. I've never thought about that, but I totally could, I suppose.
Yeah, then you could just like as soon as then you've got a perfect copy of it and be like, yeah, well, we can't, you can't sell the original, but I got this book from like 600 years ago that's full of kids' storybook tells and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
you'd
but
be able to take it to the shop and it would do really good for your girlfriend and you.
it could, yes. But it also depends on the story, too.
Oh,
Times
true.
do change, and stories from the past sometimes aren't always the best stories for now.
That's true. But I mean, there could also be of like historical significance.
But in that sense, then you'd want to give it to a museum or like an actual library
Either
or
way, finding some
something of
way to
that sort.
copy these books would be really beneficial for you, especially if you could copy them quickly. Like if you
I
could
mean,
get a book copied in a day or something, that would
I,
be
I do have
really
my mage
useful.
hand who can write stuff for me, so realistically, as fast as it could write, I could, make it write that out.
Then you just have to find a way to speed that up,
Um, it. I don't know if I could, but I could try. Again, depends on the book.
like a fast quill or something. Magical fast quill.
There's probably some sort of magic item for that, I assume. I mean, they're all printing presses, so they do mass produce some books, certain
I mean,
places.
yeah, but those things are like still bulky and whatnot right now.
Yeah, they do take a long time to do.
Which you really kind of figured things would be a lot more further along with all the magic we have.
You would think so.
Like, I don't know much about magic. I mean, I got the runes. I can read those. I understand that a little bit. I could do like, amateur at best. I'm more of a hit things kind of guy, but
Hmm.
I've seen you make bonfires out of nothing. I've seen I've seen you guys make food out of nothing.
Magic is a wonder, 100%.
Oh yeah, and I just wonder if there's I wonder sometimes I wonder if we could be doing things a lot differently.
Well, you see, magic is a little bit different than your typical day-to-day language, right? It's not
Yeah.
like I can just say something and spew it into existence. There has to be meaning behind it, and there has to be some sort of incantation, has to be a flow through the weaves of magic to make it so. I can't
Oh, yeah.
make fire without knowing the proper steps in my head, personally, in the sort of incantation I have to say to make it happen. I can't just magically be like, I want a rabbit to appear here, and then do some wiggly fingers, as you say, and make a rabbit appear. Not
I
how it
really wouldn't be
works.
surprised if that I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it works. Just rabbit.
I mean, there have probably been
Man,
practitioners who have made new sorts of spells or magic, but I would not know the first inclination of how to do that.
I mean, but think about it, like I was talking about earlier, you being able to put your like this bag of colding. That's essentially
Yes.
what I was looking at for putting in a box would be just storing one of your frozen spells in it and making the box permanently cold. And then
Hmm.
you can keep your food cold, make it
Yes,
last longer.
a
Imagine what
hundred
other things we
percent.
could do.
There are a lot you can do with magical items. So obviously, imbuing things with magic that is different than making like magical spells.
Yeah.
I still don't know the process truly of how that all works, but it's
I
some
mean,
sort of
you're smart.
process.
You'll probably figure that out at some point.
I could if I wanted to. Yes, I would just have to look into it.
Make a make a quick translation spell.
I mean, that is what tongues is. Sorry, comprehend languages. My bad. Tongues is where I can speak in any language to you or somebody else.
Yeah, but it's not
Comprehend
quick.
languages, I can understand you.
Yeah, it's not quick. Imagine if you could like read a book and like the time it takes for combat. Just
Th- I
one
mean,
book, two book, three book, four book, and be able to retain all of it. That would be cool.
I believe there's a spell for that.
It would be an absolute menace in the library.
I don't know if there's a spell exactly for that, but there have like you probably read a lot of books in a short time span for somebody else. For you, it would still be a while.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, see,
I'm actually just having a lot of fun talking about the possibilities of things. I like
mhm,
crafting.
fair. You also see Abaddon at one point just glare in the distance for no reason.
Something out there? I gotta
No,
hit something?
sorry, no, my head doing
Oh,
things.
did I hurt your brain?
No, not you. You're fine.
Sorry, Red tells me that all the time.
No, it's not you, Isaac. It's not you. You're
Oh,
fine.
is it the other you?
We'll say that. Yes,
Okay. Well, tell him I said hi.
I don't like to talk to him.
You know what? Probably pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, how many of you in there are there now?
Two still. Well, sorry, me and it.
All right, just two.
Yes.
All right, cool. I didn't know. You do tend to try to make deals with things. But you should probably stop that.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to have that sort of relationship. All right. Don't. Why are you out now? Sorry, Isaac. This is confusing to you, probably. Go away. Okay. Go away. Um. Sorry, Isaac. Yes, just me and it, and that was not a contractual deal. It just kind of happened.
Just this confused look on Isaac's face. Just is he here? Is he looking at me?
I don't know exactly how it operates in me. I honestly have no idea.
You see Isaac pick up one of the sticks and like throw it across the other side. Did I hit him?
No, but it can see you, yes.
Oh, he gives us the bird.
Wonderful. I feel so enthralled. I don't know what it thinks yet. But yes, that was not my doing. It was a forced action. So I don't try to
Ah,
make deals out of whims to get more of these. It's not like a collect them all sort of thing.
just have an army inside you.
You know, it's like when you have little pet rocks when you're little. It's not like that, you know.
just a little shelf inside your body that's just I'm gonna take this one.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Apparently, it's too crowded in there, so he doesn't want anybody else.
You know what? That makes sense. You are kind of a tiny lad.
Appreciate the compliment.
I seen you've been doing the push-ups too.
I've been trying. It's not the easiest thing to do at
Oh no,
times, but
you got book arms.
Book arms.
What?
You got arms that are mostly carrying books around.
Have you felt okay? Well, to be fair, my difference of heavy and your difference of heavy is quite different. You carry on a giant battle axe. I don't.
Oh, here, go ahead and
Some
try.
books are heavy. Oh, good lord!
Just hands him his big battle axe. Just
I will try to hold up the battle axe.
How heavy's your battle axe?
it's a great axe, so it's
good.
pretty chunky.
How heavy is your great axe, Isaac?
Let me go look at my inventory.
I might say in your inventory. Yeah. It should say.
Oh, it's just 7 pounds.
Mm.
So yeah, like a 7-pound barbell that's long.
So my short sword is 2 pounds.
Was not expecting a great axe to be that
Whoops.
light.
Sorry, no, I was trying to look at. Ignore that.
I didn't roll that.
You did
The
not
dice
roll.
was green.
My bad.
There was that other Abaddon. Is the other
Stop
Abaddon trying to lift it?
He's trying. I guess this is a group effort in my head now.
Yes.
Good lord.
This evening has been very fruitful.
I will try to lift the axe, Kath, I guess. Just attempt it. It's like deadlift style almost, try to lift the thing.
Abaddon's over here just getting in squat pose.
I'm gonna attempt to lift it. No.
So you attempt to lift it. And you are after Isaac like hands it to you in that position that you're kind of like holding it, like, you know, it's like nestled into your arms or whatever directly against your body. You try to like roll it forward to actually hold it in your hands, and you lose grip because it kind of like slips out, and as you try to grab it, it just slams into the ground in front of you. And so like the tip is obviously in the ground right next to the fire, and you go, oops, and you reposition yourself and go, and it's not moving out of that ground.
Do you want to tag out to the other guy?
I don't think, no. Absolutely not. No.
Isaac just reaches down, grabs the handle one-handed, picks it up, puts it back on his shoulder.
I'm sure you can lift it, but you're not going to lift it. How would you lift it in my body? That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, give me the angry face. Pout all you want.
Isaac's just laughing.
Well, I stick to my daggers and my spells. That is my specialty.
Have you been maintaining your dagger like I showed you?
Yes, definitely.
Give me the dagger.
I pull it out of its sheath that I have not removed it from in a while.
There's a little bit of dust caked in there. You hear when he pulls out, it goes.
See, looks perfect.
He just starts doing his maintenance. The things I do around here, it's just.
To be fair, when do you ever see me use those in combat?
I mean, this is more of a like, if you do end up there kind of thing, which immediately should be stab, preferably in a sensitive area, and then getting away.
Yeah, I have done that sometimes, but I'm not still the best at it, you know?
Stab him in the toe and run away. That's what this is for, but at least it needs to be able to stab him in the toe. Gotta maintain your equipment.
Well, I should probably get to writing on my book for Lawala, which is coming actually along very well. I'm surprised myself.
Oh, good.
It's about our adventures. I've kind of ended it at a point. I'm trying to remember exactly where, so I keep losing track of that. I think I ended it at some point after the first time we went to the past, just to kind of have that, cliffhanger.
Oh, is that like a chapter or like first book?
It's still like, it's like a first book, rough draft.
Oh, okay.
No, I had a rough draft, now this is the actual draft. So it's coming along pretty good.
I mean, that actually sounds really nice. You make sure when you get done with the whole series and everything else, make sure you get a copy of it for my house, would you?
I will indeed.
Something I can look back on 100 years or so.
Everybody give me perception rolls.
You hit my dice.
Nice.
So
you hit my dice.
You both hear it and see it at the exact same time as you guys are kind of like, sitting around the fire. You hear a little bit of something squirming behind Isaac, so you guys shift your gaze over there as this big snake kind of like crawls out from underneath the log that's right directly next to you. And it's kind of minding its own business right now. It's definitely directly next to the log that's next to Red's tent and your horses right now.
Oh, real easy. Just gets up, walks over.
As you get up, it immediately starts to get more aggressive because it didn't actually notice you before because you hadn't quite moved yet. So the second you stand up, it immediately coils and starts like doing its little snake thing. Do you continue to walk away?
I'm just walking away over this way.
Okay.
Smack, smack. Hey, Red, we got a snake out here.
The snake begins to go this way towards the horses.
I will, before it gets past the log.
Where is it at?
It's by the log and the horses.
All right.
I'm just gonna ray of frost it.
Okay. Go ahead and
Like,
give me a
I'm gonna
roll.
point my hand up, look at it, and just be like, no.
Just snakesicle.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the snake. Go ahead and give me your damage.
That's not great. It's 4.
It's a snake though, so unless it's like a really
Mm-hmm. The speed reduced by 10 feet if I don't kill it.
It's a pretty big snake. I mean,
Okay.
pretty big snake. I mean, it's not like the best snake, right?
Did it die?
How much
Is it
damage
frozen?
did you do?
4.
4. It is not dead. You have made it very aggressive at this point, so I need everyone to roll me initiatives. Abaddon
What
and the
the
snake
frig?
and everybody that's currently awake.
And a 12. I'm actually trying to figure out where I would have stopped my book at.
Red's ready to go. Just food.
Is she ready? I was born ready.
Why is Marco on the combat tracker? Go away, Marco.
Marco's been eavesdropping the whole time.
Why is Elise awake? Go away, Elise.
The careful big snake.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a warning. Careful, big snake.
Yeah, there you go. What was everybody's initiative? I'm sorry.
I got an 8.
18.
Red
Okay.
got an 18.
Okay, I think I know where I wanted to end my first book, which would have been after we Where is this at?
Abaddon, what did you get for initiative?
12.
There you go. So Abaddon, you attack the snake. The snake does get his attack as well because you hit him. And he is going to.
It's a careful.
Hellish rebuke.
The snake is going to attempt to attack you since you did hit him. You both get, your things before combat actually starts.
Does he get half movement since he got hit with a ray of frost?
He's still pretty fast.
Because it's 10 feet less.
All right, Abaddon. Does a 18 hit you?
Yeah. Where is it? Yeah.
Did you say yes?
Yes.
Are you sure you want it to hit you?
And I guess I'll use my.
I mean, you don't have to. If you want to get bit by the snake, that's fine.
I'll use shield.
Okay.
So my armor, no, so it will not hit me then.
What was that?
It won't hit me, no, because my AC is a 21 now.
Okay. All right. So you see the snake like dart across the clearing toward you, Abaddon, and it tries to bite you, and you see its like fangs go up and around your wrist. And if your shield wasn't there, like right in front of you, you can see the venom dripping from its fangs as it kind of goes off of your invisible magical shield.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the order, Red. Hey.
Hey.
You heard a bunch of movement outside your tent. You still can't see anything because you're inside your tent.
Yeah. Guess I'll leave my tent. All right, where's the snake?
You leave your tent and you see Abaddon right next to the fire getting bit at by the snake.
I could have just talked to it, but now I'm not going to be able to.
You see that it's a little frostbite.
Yeah, I'm just...
This is what happens when Isaac tries to do the passive run.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. There's no sport in killing this thing. There's no... I'm just gonna go here, with my primeval awareness, hey, what's it gonna take for you to not eat my friend?
You're trying to convince it to not eat Abaddon?
It's yeah, he's an asshole, but he's not good out here. What do you want?
Okay, give me a handle animal check.
Are you just hungry? I'm half asleep. Are you just hungry? fuck do you want? 14.
Alright, hang on. Let me see how angry the snake is. He, is currently literally spitting venom on Abaddon, so he can't really respond to you.
Yeah, he probably deserved it.
So, are you just gonna sit there and talk to it this turn?
And I'm just like, hey, Abaddon, maybe like get away from it without hurting it. I'm gonna try and get it to fuck off. I'm tired.
Alright, well, Abaddon, it is your turn now, so what would you like to do?
That's a good question.
I mean, you could attack it.
All right, I'm not doing that. Didn't mean to click that.
Disengage.
Snake's
Yeah, I guess
pretty good eating.
I'll just disengage. I guess.
Okay. Sure.
Move around the fire.
You have disengaged. Alright. So you've disengaged from the snake. Snake is still very ticked off. He has like curled back up into his little thing. He is still spitting venom. And he looks over at Red and says, I was just minding my own business. This fricker attacked me.
Yeah, that happens. So you know that whole saying where like you're more scared of us than we are of you? That's incorrect. We are more scared of you.
Isaac,
Well,
it is
they
your
are.
turn. Do you want to attack it while Red's talking to it?
No, he's just gonna. Isaac's gonna turn. And he's got to keep an eye on the situation. He sees Red's talking to the snake now, and he would much rather just fuck off instead of killing it.
Mm-mm.
So that'll end my turn.
Okay. Alright, Red, so the snake is not currently entangled with Abaddon. He does seem angry that Abaddon hit him once. Do you want to do anything on your turn before he does anything on his turn?
I'm going to, I'm probably gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna offer my hand out so that I can take your pain away if you would like to be healed and fed.
Is that a threat? I can take
This
your
could go
pain
either
away.
cure wounds or searing smite. I'm too tired right now. I'm trying to be a friend to nature.
Alright, give me a handle animal check. High or
6.
low, Red?
Low.
Like the chances of this snake and make it out of here
Now,
alive.
I am offering it food as well.
You did not say that.
Yes, I did.
When did you say food? You said you offered your hand.
I offered my hand and I said I can take the pain away and feed you.
Okay, but he doesn't see any food. So you're not actually offering food.
Well, I gotta know if he wants it first.
Abaddon, do you wish to stop the interaction at all?
Of him just trying to give him food.
Right.
The snake still looks very aggressive, eh?
He is very aggressive, yes. Still spitting
my
venom.
turn?
It is your turn.
I'll just go bippity boppity boo, and I'll fire a bolt at him.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
I'm trying to write my book, dang it.
You deserve everything's coming to you right now.
High or low, Abaddon?
Low.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Here we are now with Abaddon versus nature. We'll see if Purple Boy gets bit.
Oh, he sent a firebolt.
Oh, he's angry.
He's spitting venom out of his fingertips.
5, 6. Okay, so Abaddon, you look at the snake, you see that it's still being aggressive, and you go, I'm gonna handle the situation because obviously Red doesn't know what he's doing. And so you get your magic up in there, and you feel a little tweak in the back of your brain because it's been harassing you all night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so because it's been harassing you all night, you got a little distracted, and so you feel right as soon as you cast the spell, it's going to go awry. And so you try to redirect it, like, away from everybody, so you, like, raise your hands, but in the process, it actually pulls the spell up and over your shoulder, and it's going directly towards Elise's tent. I'm gonna need you to roll me in a damage roll.
Oh no.
Man, I like how he missed me, and I'm still gonna take damage off of this shit.
17 damage.
You guys see Elise's tent get caught on fire. Hey, Red, you take half of that?
Yeah, what? I take 9.
Hold on.
You
Hold on. Checking something real quick.
Like, I'll take the 9.
I may just be able to nope this.
I don't think you can.
Honest?
Because Abaddon's
Oh,
an
it-
ally.
It doesn't say ally or enemy.
If
Okay.
it's counterspell, this is a cantrip, but I guess it could also counterspell a cantrip.
Yes, I cast counterspell.
You are counterspelling his spell as it's going towards Elise's tent.
I'm trying to figure out which one it was.
Alright,
It's
well,
Cloud Rune.
Yeah, I'll activate Cloud Rune.
alright.
Just give it to me.
Yeah, I'll just write in Red's butt.
When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use... Well, technically Elise is inside her tent, so you can't see her.
So is it the tent or is it Elise that's getting hit?
Well, it went through the tent to Elise that you can't see.
Are you just really wanting to hit Elise?
Hey, the dice said we're hitting Elise. Your rune specifically says you have to see them.
Mm-hmm.
The DM has spoken. Elise Shasafa.
Yeah,
Elise
nothing I can do about it if the-
Shasafa?
Oh, sorry, it's not 17 because it's only. Actually, no, it would have been 17. Never mind.
Yeah, it's fire damage.
All right, so
Mhm.
17. Red, you take 8 because we're rounding it down.
Okay.
Elise will be taking 9 and getting awoken aggressively.
Yeah, we'll see because I can choose when I use it, Red. But
Oh.
since Kath said the dude enhanced it, I'm just gonna say it's there.
Yep. He would have forcibly done that.
Uh-huh.
So you hear Elise shouting from the tent, "Ah, fire!" Well, you didn't hit the snake though, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to glare just daggers at Abaddon.
The snake is gonna start like scooching away from you guys without like actively trying to be aggressive. He's like aggressive, but he's like, I'm just going this way, bros. I'm just going this way.
You're
That's,
fine. We
Mhm.
don't want to. He's stupid. Just go.
I blame the other guy in there.
I'm
With my
blaming
head.
you.
So.
I'll
The
come
snake-
over
Tent's
and
on
check
fire,
on
by the way.
Elise.
Oh God! Why is everything on fire? Ah! What
Because
happened?
Abaddon's an idiot.
What did you do?
We were trying to kill a snake, and it didn't really go well.
We didn't. You
attacked
didn't.
me?
I didn't mean to.
I watched that. He shot your ass.
I did not mean to.
Okay. Well, ow. Also, my tent is burning.
I don't.
Isaac takes a little water out and like.
Dawngrave has the urn thing.
Don Graves is asleep.
I will run to his tent and just like ransack his stuff for that urn
Okay.
of Venice water,
You find
just,
it.
just rob poor.
and I'm just
Connie.
gonna like use it on the tent.
Okay. You use it on the tent and then put it back, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Good. Her tent is still in shambles, but, you know.
At least if you want to sleep in the wagon tonight, you can.
I was gonna offer my tent instead if you wanted my tent.
I mean, you did shoot her.
That's yeah. It wasn't on purpose. It just happened.
Why did you shoot anyway?
Because it was a snake.
That I was talking to.
Yes, but
But what?
I don't know.
I mean, it
Exactly.
I'm
it
not a
was the
fan of
entire point of
snakes.
me getting red. If you were just gonna shoot it, I just would have left red asleep.
Yeah, I had no idea you were getting rid of it, to be honest. You kind of walked away without saying anything, so I'm like, shoot it, boop, you know?
Yeah, you shot it, but then you saw me talking to it. This isn't the first time you see me do this.
Yeah, it still looks aggressive, though.
Yeah, because you shot it.
That's fair.
I'm pretty aggressive right now, too.
But maybe we should just all go back to bed, and then we'll deal with it tomorrow.
The smoke on Elise's tit.
That's fun smoke.
There you go.
Look, it was an accident. I truly didn't mean to.
It's fine.
I will sleep in the open air tonight on the burning tent.
At least, there, if you want to move your stuff to the wagon, you can.
Okay.
At least you should be safe there from stray spells.
It's fine. We'll get it fixed in the next town or something.
Honestly, here, you can have mine. And he pulls his tent out. He'll go to the wagon, get his tent, and give it to her. But like, here, you can have mine.
Okay.
I got the wagon now, so.
All right. Well, she will take her tent, her new tent, and she's gonna go put the fire tent over there. She has
Oh shit,
her
that tent's on fire too.
There you go. There you go. There's the smoldered tent up there, and she's got her nice new tent down here. She's gonna cast a spell and heal herself. Because she can.
I tried to save you, but I couldn't see you.
That's okay. I mean, you're not supposed to be able to see me in my tent. That's the whole reason we have tents. It's fine.
Yeah.
I forgive you, Abaddon. I forgive you. I know you didn't mean
Thank
to
you.
do it. But ow! Going back to
Yes.
bed.
Sorry.
All right, so let's just agree. Any more strange wildlife shows up, I'll just come get red.
Agreed.
No, I think
Unless
Abaddon
it's a
handled it
bigger one.
perfectly. It was great. He fucking did it.
Go to bed, sleepy butt.
All right. Well, I mean, at this point, the rest of your guys' watch kind of goes without a hitch. And it's time for Dongrave and Marco to be awoken.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell Abaddon, you're gonna have to make something extra special and tasty for them.
I will try.
All right, let me go get Marco. Bap, bap. Marco,
Yeah, what's up?
it's your turn.
Okay, I'm awake.
Hey, be quiet. Don't make sure you're gentle, waking at least. Abaddon shot her
You
earlier.
shot her?
No, I didn't mean to, but yes.
Oh, well, I mean, that's
It's a very
fair.
very confusing statement there.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. You guys go to bed. I'm gonna take care of.
All right, wake up Donnie for your shift, would you?
He awakens and goes to the campfire.
All right, I'm going back to my wagon.
Got
I will go to bed.
Give the horses scritches,
scritches for the horses. All right.
and then back to bed.
Well, Dongrave and Marco are awake all by them lonesome selves, so you guys don't actually know what happens to them. So it's Red. You're being awoken by Donnie.
Thanks,
Hi,
Donnie.
good morning. Elise is also awoken. Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm awake again.
Yep. Me too. So,
I don't even know why they bothered.
I mean, there's miscommunication, you know?
No, I don't think there was.
I wasn't awake enough to know, so. I doubt there was any malicious intent.
You can still fuck or something up and not be malicious about it.
Why are you so hard on Abaddon?
Because somehow he finds a way to shoot us all the time.
Well, he doesn't mean mean, 2 magic's really hard to control.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It just feels like even when he hits you, I still get hurt too.
Well,
He's finding a way to hit me with extra steps.
I mean, that's just because you're sweet and gave me the ring, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I can take it off if it bothers you.
It doesn't. I like knowing you're safe.
Yeah. So, it's fine.
Hmm.
Also, Red, you can hit a long rest.
Okay. It's been a while since I've been on third watch.
Yeah. I don't know. I think positive reinforcement would work better with Abaddon, because people don't work well under pressure, and if you yell at them for making a little mistakes,
It just feels like that one in particular. That one in particular bothered me a lot more because I was handling it.
Maybe he was trying to help you.
I don't need him. I don't need help.
Well, you didn't tell him the plan, right?
I don't think I should have had to.
Are you psychic?
No.
Well, most people need to be told the plan, otherwise they're going to act on their own accord.
Yeah, but when we get into battle, you don't charge head first in and start hitting people with your staff.
Well, that's because I'm squishy.
Yeah, but there's also certain things we can expect of you. We know that you're going to be watching our back and you'll be supporting us from the back.
Sure.
There are things that we don't have to tell you.
All right, well, you know what? Next combat, I'm going to run straight up to the front, unless you tell me not to.
It's just going to be me getting hurt more.
I can take off the ring.
Don't do that.
She's figured out how red works. Do what I want, or I'll take the ring off.
But you're choosing to do that.
Yes. But I'm just saying, I think you're being a little hard on him. We've been traveling together for a while. We can give him a little bit of leeway. We know he doesn't mean it.
Yeah.
Maybe he just needs to practice his magic a little more,
I'm not even mad about getting hurt. I'm just mad like I had it.
Yeah. He probably just wanted to do you a solid,
I don't give him book recommendations.
Why not? I'm sure he'd like them.
I don't read very much.
But so the ones you do pick are really good, right?
I don't think he'd be interested in the same things that I'm interested in.
Have you asked him?
No.
Well, you don't know then. Maybe you two secretly have like the same book fantasy thing going on.
I don't read fantasy.
Okay, maybe you two like the same kinds of books. Maybe he can expand your mind, or you can expand his mind, or maybe you both have like similar pastimes, You like to go hunting, maybe Abaddon also likes to go hunting. He just has never told anybody.
I'm not saying I'm not his friend anymore. I'm just agitated with him.
That's fair. We did get rudely awoken.
Oh, I don't care about that either.
You said that there was a snake?
Yeah, it was just a snake.
Well, I think we're
all
okay
I'm saying
now.
is like when we're in town making a sale and he's haggling somebody down, I don't run in and go, "Hey, we'll just pay full price. Don't worry about it."
Right. But, I bet you could be a good negotiator if you wanted to be.
I was trying to be.
Well, he didn't know that. Because you don't usually negotiate, you know?
I do with animals.
You've done it like twice.
I talk to the horses all the time.
Well, those are our friends, though.
And I've talked to the alligators.
Talk to the
And-
alligators?
Oh, yeah, we went from alligators in the sewer. And other snakes. He's seen me do this a good handful of times.
What other snakes have you spoken to?
We found some in the sewers, and there's been the ones in the little pyramid thing.
And you talked to them.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. All I remember is being attacked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, either way, everybody is safe now.
Yeah, everybody's safe. I'm just reserving the right to be a little annoyed.
That is fair, and you can be a little annoyed. Maybe he'll make us a better breakfast because he fears that we're upset with him. Eh?
I mean, he's a good cook. Whatever he makes, I'll probably just end up eating it.
It's pretty good. What's your favorite meal that you've liked of his so far?
Oh, I don't think you like the answer to that question.
Is it something with liver? Because I don't like liver.
No, the extra effort in cooking is wasted on me.
What? Why?
Food is food.
Well, yeah, but you gotta enjoy it while you consume it.
I mean, I enjoy everything.
Yeah. So, you enjoy the food that he cooks with all of the spices. It wouldn't be
Yeah,
nearly as
it's-
tasty without the spices.
Yeah, but I would still eat it.
You would eat a raw piece of meat if he gave it to you.
Yes.
That's bad. Raw meat needs to be cooked.
Not all of it.
It does. Well done.
What? No.
Yes.
Well done?
Yeah, well done.
No.
Yes. Otherwise, the meat's not cooked.
But then you're eating like a piece of charcoal.
It's not charcoal if you take it off fast enough. There's still a little bit of juice inside. You just gotta get it well done.
But well done's like too much.
Okay, alright, fine. Like medium well done.
Still moving.
I don't want it to be moving on my plate. Why would you want that?
Oh, that's just me.
You want to eat a live thing?
Not all the time.
What? I have questions.
I might even have answers.
Alright, so she's gonna be like, you guys are gonna have this like deep conversation about your likes and dislikes of foods for like a good few hours. Go ahead and give me perception rolls. You're too engrossed in the conversation, Red.
It was the well done part. It's what sent him over the edge.
I can just
Ah.
imagine Hank Hill. We asked him politely yet firmly to leave.
All right, so the end of your shift comes around, nothing crazy happens, and the sun is coming up. It's time for everybody to wake up. If you want to wake them up.
I'll go around and start waking people up.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Wake up.
Hello, horses.
I set my arrow trap and whitelist everybody except for Abaddon. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
God.
This is personal now.
I'm kidding.
He's not kidding.
That was very much out of game.
He only whitelist one of Abaddon's personalities.
Oh god. All right, Abaddon, you are awoken.
All right.
Hello, good morning, Abaddon. Elise says very cheerfully.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, boy.
How are you? How are you feeling?
A bit better than last night, but honestly fine.
Good.
Should have got some pastries when we were at the market.
We got. a
I'm
few
still
more
getting
days
used to the
into
whole
town.
cold bag. I usually don't buy that kind of stuff because you know how it is, Red. It goes bad on the road. Now I can.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I don't want ice cream for breakfast.
Ice cream for breakfast? What is this? This is anarchy.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Probably not. I do got some milk though.
Okay.
Do you want to see if we can maybe find some animals? Maybe have
mean-
some eggs. Make a good breakfast.
Is it still springtime, Kath?
I mean, it's near the end of spring.
I'm not sure what eggs I'll find, but I can look.
Well, that snake climbed out from that log over there. What about some snake eggs?
I don't think you'll like what's in a snake egg.
Probably not.
I guess I'll go looking for eggs.
Excellent. Give me a survival check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. High or low, Red?
Hi.
Okay.
I'm Red.
Hi, Red. So you do find a clutch of snake eggs if you wish to bring it back to camp.
Of what eggs?
A clutch of snake eggs.
I will not take the clutch of snake eggs.
Why don't you want the snake eggs, Red?
Because Spleen, as well as Red, would know that it's not like a chicken egg in there. There's just a fucking snake in there.
I mean, it's still an
Isaac doesn't know that.
All right, well, I'm not taking the snake eggs.
All right.
Am I finding just like a lot of snake stuff in the area?
Yeah, there's a lot of snake stuff in the area.
Interesting.
You don't really see a lot of burbs.
Yeah, because of all the snakes in the area. Well, I'll just come back like, no eggs that you want.
All right.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of snakes in the area, like a lot.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on if you like snakes, I guess.
I mean, as long as they piss off when you talk to them, I don't care.
Yeah.
Unless you find like one I could turn into a belt. Still upset about that alligator.
The gator would have made really nice armor. I feel ya.
The albino one, yeah.
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 We still got the dire hair.
I would have made you a very sweet purse.
Yeah. It would have been real nice. That's okay. I got this owl backpack. It makes up for it.
There we go.
So what are we eating for breakfast?
I don't know. I didn't find eggs. Did you find anything else while you were out there?
You wanted eggs.
I mean, you could have brought anything.
Oh, I thought you were specifically wanting eggs. That's all I looked for.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Isaac's like digging through his stuff. All right, I got some vegetables, got some milk, some sauces. So got some rice to make some kind of stir fry.
For breakfast? We could stop for lunch and do like a stir fry for lunch. Just eat something light for breakfast.
Yeah.
That works. Does have like some rations of some sorts?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get any bread or anything like that because I didn't think about it. I was kind of in a rush on the way out after I got the cold bag.
That's fair. We'll
I'm just gonna-
remember to get some bread in the
I got
next
some
town.
only thing I really got some blackberry ice cream. I'm trying to hold on to my pepper jam for Melody.
There is pepper ice cream that Don Grave purchased in there.
That we know nothing about.
Yep,
Other than it's in
nobody
there.
knows.
It is marked though for Donnie.
It is marked for Donnie. So.
Oh.
If
I'll
you guys
just
are
tear
ready,
into some hardtack and start packing up.
cool.
Hardtack morning.
All right, let's pack it up. What do you guys want to do with the burnt tent? Just to kind of leave it there? Or?
Isaac's actually going to start disassembling it. Like he'll take a stitch puller and start pulling out the stitches,
Okay.
and he'll start disassembling it fully to actually have resources for later.
Sure. Do burnt tent resources in your inventory. There you go. All right, and I will move us over to the travel road. All right, welcome everybody to Traveling 101. Welcome back to the road. You guys are going to be traveling for a little bit, then you're going to take a break for lunch. So what do you guys want to do in the meantime while we're traveling? It's a beautiful day outside. Nothing crazy happening. The sun's shining down. Nobody on the road.
I'm gonna let Marco drive,
Okay.
and I'm gonna work on finishing up the fishing rods while we're out.
Sweet. Marco will take the reins.
Later, Red, I need you to talk to the horses about a little bit of horsehair for string for the fishing lines.
So it's not.
Unless you could think of something better for the fishing line.
I actually have something for that as I pull out my fishing kit.
Oh, sweet. Well, I've got these, and he's like got a couple more fishing poles that he's made. Like that way, multiple people can fish.
I pull out my fishing pole. The extra hooks, sinkers, lures, and my net.
Can we just finish up the poles for you so you have backups now?
If you really want.
I put a lot of work into this. You can actually see he's got carvings into the pole. He went a little down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, go ahead and finish the fishing poles.
All right.
I don't know why you asked my permission for that, but okay. I can't ask the horses for hair. I can only communicate like, hey, what do you want?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know. I thought you were like full talking with the animals kind of thing.
No. So make sure everybody can see me. When I speak to the animals, I know what they want. I can calm them down. I can befriend them. Looking at Abaddon, I can befriend animals.
I heard it the first time.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure you knew.
I guess not writing in that.
I'll just give two thumbs up to Elise. Like, hey, I told him.
She gives you a thumbs up back. All right. So that's what Isaac is doing for the day. Abaddon, you writing in your book while you're traveling?
No, I'm reading over my book.
Reading over your book? Okay. Is it the book that has multiple languages in it or just a random book?
All right, I have that book, don't I? Oh, not that one. No.
Not that
I was like, what book? I'm like, oh, right, that book. Nah, I've been reading that in my off time.
Okay.
I'm like mostly through it.
I see.
And I do have comprehend languages. So I am
Right.
using that.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
Although it takes me a long time to read the ones I don't know. So that's taking me still a while, but I'm like halfway through the book now.
Sure.
That other one.
All right, so as you all are traveling through the day, you do see, it looks like there's a person further up ahead. It looks like they have like a little stall next to a lamp post over there. It looks like she's selling foods to passerbys, and she says, "Oh, hello, hi, I have delicious foods here for travelers. If you are interested, exotic foods, things made fresh for you all. If you're interested in stopping for lunch."
Oh, there we go.
Whoa, what the heck?
I know, it's like super realistic. I like it.
I thought this was a really cool map.
Holy shit.
Who kicked
Like-
up the graphics?
She just got like a little hut out here.
Yeah, she's got like I mean, do you go up and talk to her? She's like, yeah, I've just got a little bit of food here if you guys are interested in stopping by for a quick lunch. Affordable prices, you know, just making a little bit of money as, you know, travelers coming from and to everything, you know.
I would like to do a vibe check.
Sure, give me a vibe check.
Oh, a high insight.
We don't get those often.
I mean, she does seem like she's a peasant, 100% a peasant. She does appear to be selling food for money to people going by.
Okay.
So, I mean...
And what all do you got?
She, like, shows you a bunch of different things. There's, like, I don't know.
Is that a wheel of cheese?
Ooh,
Away from the wheel of cheese.
hang on.
No. I saw it first. I'm just gonna palm his face and move him out of the way. I saw the cheese first.
We need the cheese for the ride.
I need the cheese.
Yes, that is a wheel of cheese.
How much for the wheel of cheese?
Well, I mean, it's not terribly crazy, you know? Like, are you wanting the whole thing of cheese? You want like a
Yes.
piece of it? A whole thing of cheese? Oh,
I will buy the whole wheel.
Well, I could probably part with it for 5 silver if you'd be so inclined.
I will give her gold and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This is so nice.
What else do you have here?
I have many other exotic fruits and vegetables in here. We have pears, we have kiwis, we have apples, lovely apples straight from the trees and next to the roads and everything. We have actually varying types of apples. We have pink apples and red apples and green apples. It's kind of like the thing around here. And then we have these delicious little lettuce pieces over here that I've been growing in my own garden. They're very tasty, very sweet if you put them in a salad. That's what you're interested in. So what could I get for you today? I made a thing of soup over here. If you guys want a bowl of soup, I can sell those for 2 coppers for a bowl if you'd like to buy some soup.
All right. Do you have any tomatoes?
High or low?
All right. Hi.
Yes, I have tomatoes in these sacks behind me.
All right. How about any eggs?
High or low?
Hi.
Oh god, she's gonna get a bunch of snake eggs.
She does have eggs, not
Are they-
snake eggs.
All right. Cool. How much for all of it?
Like how much of everything?
All of it.
All you want to like
Your entire stand.
my entire stand?
I'm still about 4 days out on stuff. I want to stock up.
Are you wanting the soup too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have never tried to. Nobody's ever tried to buy everything before. Like our apples, I usually sell for 2 copper a piece, and I don't
Let's
know.
start a price here. We'll start a price here. Start working our way up. 10
Sure.
gold.
10 gold for all of this? Are you sure?
11 gold.
No. 10. I mean, I'll take 11.
No. I think she wants 20.
No. That's far too much for
Here,
what
hold
I
on.
have.
I'll set 20 on the counter.
She's gonna faint.
There you go.
And she's down. Elise! Red made her faint.
Elise rushes over and does a medicine check. She's fine. She just had a little bit of a shock. What did you guys do to her?
We bought out her food stand.
Yeah, I needed to have resources, and Red paid her 20 gold.
Ah, I see. All right, well, she's fine. I mean,
Is this one on you, Red?
Yeah, I'll do this one.
All right, cool. At least helps me save up for the rest of the stuff. Abaddon, come help
Yes.
Marco. Come help us load up the wagon.
all right.
All right.
Are you putting it in your cold bag or in the wagon?
I'll put things that I believe will need to stay colder longer.
Mm-hmm.
in
I think
there.
like the soup we'll just be eating on throughout the day.
Yeah, he'll ask Abaddon, hey, I need immediate plans out of all the stuff we have for meals for the next couple days. So what you're not going to use immediately needs to go in the cold bag.
All right.
And he'll tell him I do
get
have
on
like a
that.
certain weight limit on it, so we're gonna have to ration appropriately.
Okay.
So, in your inventory, whoever wants to write it down, you have 2 bushels of red apples, 2 bushels of green apples, 2 bushels of pink apples, 2 large cheese wheels, 2 bushels of kiwis, 6 bundles of bananas, and 2 sacks of tomatoes and another sack of potatoes.
Did we get any more cheese?
There was 2 wheels of cheese.
Sweet. At least we have a wheel of cheese now.
And
Red
you
on
had
the other
some
one.
cauliflower.
And some eggs.
And eggs, yes, she had eggs too.
So,
And a bowl of beef stew.
is it a bowl or a pot?
It's a pot, but like, you know.
All right.
And she gives you the pot because she's like, I'll just buy another one, whatever. This is
Yes,
like
ma'am. Here's 2 years of salary.
exactly. She's like, thank you. I will buy a whole brand new pot. Yep, there you go. Well, I didn't mean for you to restock here. I just did this as like a little bump in the road, but there you go.
Oh no. Hold on, you're gonna need a new pot. Let me fit me.
No, I'm okay with the 20. It's fine. Thank you, everybody, so much for your patronage. This was very kind. If you ever come back through here again, I'll be here. My house is just up the way if you need anything.
All right. Thank you kindly. Stay safe out here.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, if we come back through, we're just gonna buy her out again. Just like,
Yeah.
walk away, just chomped out of my wheel of cheese.
As I'm walking away, Kath, I want to slide a hand, a gold piece, like onto the table, and then
Okay.
just an extra one.
So now she has 21 gold.
No, I've wholeheartedly thought Abaddon was just gonna try and steal from her.
No,
Steals
I'm
the
not
20
gonna,
gold
I'm not gonna
back.
be that. No, I'm gonna try to just slide one on there.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand.
So there's a natural one again, I swear. It almost was. It's 14.
Okay. She does not seem to notice. She is currently
Alright.
fretting about and like collecting the baskets and everything that are now empty.
Alright.
All right, let's
Okay.
load up the wagon.
You guys load up the wagon with your haul of the day and get back on the road. And you
I will
now
start
have.
making plans now for the rest of the day of what to
Okay.
make.
So
Tell you what, if
have-
we run into a group, we could totally just, sell food out of the wagon.
What? Oh, why?
And make more gold back.
What?
All right, so you get back on the road again.
Well, if we have stuff that we know is going to go out in like a day or so, we cook
We
it
should
up,
eat that
sell
first.
it. I mean, if you want to, I just think of ways we could add money back also.
Yeah, my needs are met. My wants are met.
Your
Same.
needs and wants and everything.
Yeah, for the most part.
Good.
I was kind of odd. Glad we found a good spot to restock up on. I was a little worried there. We have like what was it, at least 3 days out?
Yeah, this is day 2, so we'll be getting there in 3 days. So we'll get there at the
3
end of
days.
the 4th day.
Good. We'll have plenty of food. Everything will be nice.
I do like apples, and she's gonna like get one of each type of apple.
I wonder what those will taste like. Abaddon, think you could
Hmm.
whip up a dessert later with maybe like some brown sugar and some fried apples?
Do we have sugar?
Your bag makes that.
Does it make that?
Your bag makes spices.
Kat, would you consider sugar a spice?
No, there's those 2 separate ingredients and what to make the Powerpuff Girls. You need sugar and spice.
We've already got everything nice in the form of Elise.
No, I actually, if you think about it, Elise has sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Abaddon's gonna jump out the cart now.
Ah.
Okay. Sugar is technically considered a spice, so that's fine.
Okay.
I want to make sure the horses get an apple each.
What color apple you giving them?
The first one that I grab.
Okay, but Kath, okay, I'm reading this thing, and I want you to tell me if this still applies to this bag, because it says, speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning.
Seasoning. Sugar would be a processed ingredient, so I guess
Because
no. It wouldn't.
because
be.
seasoning
Molasses.
says such as salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro, yada yada.
Seasoning. The seasoning.
Yeah, but
I don't know
yeah,
what
it's
the
still not a
definition of
seasoning.
seasoning is.
Like a seasoning you'd put on like a steak or like a
Yeah, but
egg
like
or like
Abaddon couldn't
that kind
bring out
yeah.
like juice or something, right? Like something that's been processed.
No, yeah, I'd have to make that myself, like a roux or like, an
Oh!
actual, like
Okay, so
You could
definition
summon
of seasonings
sugar
would be
cane.
salt, herbs, or spices. Is the definition of seasoning. Apparently, a dash of lemon juice is a seasoning.
That's because it's not processed. So
Would
I
I rather
would say you could probably
sugar cane?
get sugar cane or sugar beet out of it, maybe. Like
okay.
dried bits of that if you wanted to make sugar.
I love that this is how this D&D session is came down to. What's the definition of seasonings?
Listen, I don't question it. It's your game. Whatever you guys want to do.
It's funny because I'm like looking straight at the dictionary. Oxford's language for it is salt, herbs, or spices added to food to enhance the flavor. It's just
Yeah.
ha.
It'll be
Gotta-
fine. It'll be fine.
Gotta love loopholes.
Okay. So you guys are traveling for the day. You got your big bowl of soup. It's really hearty soup, by the way. It's nice and thick. It's got large chunks of potatoes and carrots and beef in it. It's really good.
Is that I'm gonna take a nap? I'm gonna need a nap kind of soup.
Like, it's pretty tasty.
Oh man, that's the best kind of soup.
Yep. So that's what you guys are doing for the rest of the day. Anything else on the second half of your day while you are traveling that you would like to do? Or do we want to wrap it up to the second night?
Did we pass the waterway yet?
The waterway, no.
'Cause I know I want to do some fishing.
Yeah. To get to the waterway, you are going to have to deviate from the road a little bit.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah. But it'll be about halfway through day 3. That's what you're looking
Yeah.
Alright. So we will be moving on to your bad selves into the sleepy time of the night. Boop. Good job, everybody. You are once again at your encampment doing the stuff and the things. So, Elise says that she has tried each of the apples and she prefers the pink apples the most.
Really? Are they sweeter, tangier?
I don't know. They just taste better.
There you go. Abaddon, that's the one you need to make the dessert with. Then we can have that on ice cream.
Like caramelized apple on top of ice cream?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The elves call that a la mode.
Ooh.
Huh?
Huh?
Never mind.
I
I
could-
will.
We could put it on
I
top
don't-
of on Donnie's ice cream. Didn't he get like vanilla ice cream?
I don't know what kind of he got, but I
Do
tend
one
not
of
to
you
touch
have a
things that
molten
other people have.
pestle?
No.
That I'm not making that yet, I don't think. So I believe I need that. If I get sugar cane from my spice bag, or sugar beets if I can get either or.
Let me see.
So I think,
might
I
have
think those are
herbology
both
kit.
ingredients, not a seasoning.
Let me check. I may have an herbology kit.
I could go look for honey.
You know what? That would be useful.
I could use honey for this, yes.
Go look for honey, Red. Yeah.
I will go look for honey.
You want me to come with?
If you want to.
Sure, I will assist. Go ahead and roll an advantage. Or disadvantage, depending on how distracted you are by her being there with you.
I do have in my mason's tools, I should have a mortar and pestle. But it's unused.
You are so distracted with Elise with you.
Just hey, don't step there. Oh, hold on. You're in Briars. Hold on, hold still. I'll get you out.
I see that I'm in Briars.
Yeah, just hold still. I'll get you out.
There's a snake in the tree.
Hey, don't attack. We're not trying to be mean.
Whatever. I don't even care.
Snakes are cool. I'll just go back to getting her out.
Yeah.
Is there still like a large amount of snakes here too?
There does appear to be a higher percentage of snakes in this area. Large snakes.
So that snake in the tree can convey like there's a lot of you.
Yeah. It's called a den. Nerd.
No, I know what a fucking just in common. I'm just like so Lisa, you're like, I know what a fucking den is.
Got called a nerd by a snake.
Big den.
Yeah.
You hungry?
I'm sunbathing. What do you want?
A friend?
Do you have mice?
I could find some.
We'll talk if you find a mice.
Oh, like at least change of plans.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start looking for mice and stuff like that.
Alright, give me another survival check. Elise will assist.
Son of a 15?
You are able to find like one little field mouse.
Just bring it back. Here you go.
He will take the mouse and consume it as a snake does and swallow it whole and be like, that was good. What did you want to know again?
I've never seen so many.
Yeah? Well, this is our home. You would always see lots of something in their own homes.
Well, it's got me there.
It's got you where?
Nah. Oh, it's saying that there's a very large den here, and that's why there's all many snakes around. This is like a big snake home.
Yeah.
I said that to Elise, not the snake.
Oh. I'm sorry, I was in snake mode. I was like, I see. That seems stressful.
Snakes aren't bad.
Unless they get
They're
bigger.
a respected predator.
Can you ask him if there's bigger snakes to worry about?
Yeah, like, big ones that I need to worry about.
Big ones you need to worry about.
I asked about large dangers, essentially.
Large dangers?
I can't get too complicated with this.
There's hawks. Those are dangerous. Rather
what
large.
about dangerous to me?
Dangerous to you? Well, technically I'm dangerous to you. Ha! You like flip his tail back and forth.
Turned at least the snake's actually got a sense of humor. Like, any like really big snakes around? Like really big?
Yeah, I have brothers and sisters who are like 4 times my size.
Doing quick math, how big is that compared to me?
It's probably like huge size.
Oh. Alright, well. We'll do our best not to stay here too long.
Cool. I mean, hopefully they don't come meet ya.
I mean, I hope they wouldn't, but if they do, I hope they're as cool as you are.
Aw, thanks for the mouse, man.
No
Now get out of
problem.
my sight. I'm sunbathing.
Fucking hell. Well, Elise, that was helpful. We now know there are giant snakes here.
There's what?
Yeah. This is, we should go back to the group.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should go back to the group. How big of a snake are we talking?
Well, judging if a snake's math's any good, about 4 or 5 times the size of that one.
Well, that's not too bad, right?
Yeah, but we're also thinking about snake math here.
Snakes
So
have
maybe-
different math?
I'd assume so. I don't know. Big enough to eat us, probably. So let's just go back and I think we should just eat off our food stores instead of go hunting.
Yeah, no, that would probably be a good idea. You right.
And we are going to head back.
Alrighty then. You head on back to camp. What do you tell your friends?
All right, guys, who wants the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news.
Bad news, we're in the area of a very large snake den.
Oh. That would explain the snakes.
And the other bad news is that there are snakes here potentially big enough to eat us.
All right, what's the good news?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. There is no good news.
Okay.
Oh, I made a snake friend.
Oh. What's their name?
I didn't ask.
Odd friendship.
It was Susan. All snake
Wonderful
names
name.
are contractually obligated to start with an S.
Ah, okay. Do we feel safe staying here tonight, or do we just need to kind of take shifts?
So I
riding
was thinking about that while on our way back. So there were a lot of snakes in the last camp. That was after a day's worth of travel. And there's more so here. That means the snake den is massive.
Yeah.
Which means we're probably in danger.
Well, if there was less out there and there's more here, does that mean we're still heading into it?
That's a really good question.
Probably should have asked that lady.
Yeah, probably. Also, that explains why there's almost no like regular wildlife here. They've eaten it all.
Ah, so basically we have to wait until you start seeing wildlife again.
Yeah. You notice the lack of birds in this area?
No, that's mostly a you thing.
Oh, well, there's been a lack of birds in the area. And I think
Okay.
I know why.
Would it be the snakes?
Yes, Isaac.
I am on it.
So it's a good thing we got all that food. We'll just have to eat off our food stores until later.
Yeah. That works fine for me.
We also probably shouldn't stay any more than we have to.
Yeah, so let's go ahead
One or
and get
two
into
big
rotation.
snakes, cool, but if there's an entire warren, probably not want to pick a fight with that.
Yeah, I don't end up wanting to fight a snake that was as big as that kraken.
Kraken.
Remember that big tentacle thing we fought? I just call it a kraken, land kraken.
Do you not
I guess
remember?
I don't.
We moved the thing off the top. Donnie's ex-coworker was there.
Oh, that.
I smacked it in the eye.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Kath, can I do a nature check? Like,
Okay.
a snake den usually isn't miles.
Right.
Is there anything that would tell me, like, hey, this is something special? This is something like, hey, leave?
Give me a survival check. For your brain.
Boom. Natural
Um,
2026.
So you haven't really heard of any dens that like span lots and lots of areas, unless they're like different clans of snakes. Which the snake you saw today was a different color and variation than the snake you saw yesterday. So it could and probably might just be like lots of different dens all the way across this area. Until you think about the large snakes, because large snakes usually live for a very long time, so they could be territorial. So as long as you don't go and harass them, you're probably fine. Or attack them without provocation.
Ah, I relay all that. And like, without provocation, turn slowly to Abaddon.
So does that mean we need to not go fishing?
I wouldn't recommend it.
But we're so close. Like tomorrow morning there was going to be like a place right off the way that we could go to.
That is close.
Are you sure we can't go fishing?
Nothing's stopping us from going fishing. All I'm saying is,
All right,
how
you know
comfortable
what?
are you with snakes?
I mean, if one tries to eat Elise, I'll smack it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you'll
Wouldn't-
smack it too, Red.
It wouldn't get that far, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. So we'll probably be fine, you know? If we wanted to do a little reconnaissance, you know, hang out in the water a little bit, you know?
I mean, we could always send Abaddon up. We're getting ready to go down for the night. Abaddon, you could turn into a big old bird, fly around and find the waterway for us.
I could, yes.
That way we would know right where we're going. On top of that, if there's like a butt ton of snakes in there, you'll probably see it.
I would, yes, more than likely. I just wouldn't know how to communicate that to you all in a bird form.
So you just wait till you turn back.
I mean, fair. If you want me to, I can go scout, yes.
Yeah, go for it.
I will go scout, Cass.
Sure. Go
The
ahead and
giant
give me
eagle.
an investigation check to see what you see in the surrounding area.
With your bird eyes.
With a giant eagle?
Yeah. You're investigating the area around you, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What's investigation normally?
I mean,
So it's gonna be negative as a bird then.
oh, well, you can use your eyes instead. You can perceive.
Yeah.
Perceive!
Bird is better at perceiving, and I get to do it twice because bird has good vision.
Sure. Perceive if that is what you so desire.
Bird vision. Go. Okay, 16.
Nice. You do see a rather large, bit of water over there on the side. You don't see like any mass amount of snakes or anything nearby, so that water over there is probably safe. If you
Okay.
wanted to go over there tomorrow. It'll take you like probably 30 minutes to get there from where you are now.
Okay. I will fly back after looking in the area. It's the land being a bird.
Sure.
And just like kind of nod my head.
At least will nod back at you. Yes, good.
Is it going to turn back?
I just shake my head no.
Are we going to eat Abaddon?
Why are we eating Abaddon?
I shake my head no.
All right, Abaddon's a bird now.
He's probably doesn't want to come back. You can fly around a bit more if you want, Abaddon. You know, we're just chilling here.
I'll just kind of plop down.
It's just big bird plop.
Yep.
There's just this giant burb right next to everybody. You know, it's probably fine. But yeah, so you guys are chilling, you're doing your thing. What is
Wait,
the plan?
If they made all the birds, doesn't that make Abaddon like a giant dinner bell?
Yes.
Why are you drawing attention to him?
I'm not drawing attention. It's just something that I happen to notice.
I'm just like resting as a bird. It's nice to be something different, you know?
Nice to be something tastier.
I'm just like, look at Abaddon's bird. I'm like, so you remember when I said that they ate all the birds?
Kind of lift my head up and like nod.
You're a bird.
And they are flying around like a big hors d'oeuvre.
Like point to me like me.
Am I not making sense to anybody else? You are Big Bird.
Mm-hmm.
You look tasty to them.
They eat those around here.
Do I retain my brains and polymorph? I don't remember.
I mean, you're probably smart enough to understand everything, you know? You want to be?
Oh, I'll talk to him like an animal. So if he can't understand human speech, I'll just do my.
No, I can.
Oh,
I'm just
well,
being a butt.
you're gonna get the animal speak then. Hey, causing attention to yourself. You could be in danger.
Now, real question. Does Burb Abaddon speak Burb?
Well, language is giant eagle understands common and Orin, but can't speak them.
So, Abaddon understands them.
Mm-hmm. And I still could understand you regardless because the polymorph works.
Just gotta go ahead and get my axe out.
I'll just unpolymorph.
I'm just gonna cut pieces of cheese and like get them toward the starting to melt over fire, then just put it on a piece of hardtack.
I'll unturn.
Okay, you poof back into your normal, beautiful self.
You know, I can understand you in that form, right, Red?
Yeah, but I made sure you can understand me no matter what form.
Fair, but like, I can still understand the languages I know while in my polymorph form.
I was just reminding you that I can speak to animals.
Good to know.
Good to know, he says. All right. So, who is doing what, where, when, and how?
I'll take first shift again.
Very good.
I will take last.
Last. All right, Red, which shift are you taking?
So we have a last shift and a what shift?
A first shift and a last shift.
I'll take the split shift.
I would prefer you take one where I don't have to play an NPC for every single one. That's fine.
Okay, then I'll take last.
Okay. All right. So who's in first shift again?
I am.
Be with a
Isaac.
second.
Elise will be with you on first shift.
Okay. So then it would be Marco and Abaddon?
Yep. No, Marco and
Or Red and Abaddon.
right. Red and Abaddon on last shift. Marco and Don Graver taking split shift.
Got it. To the tents!
To the tents. Alright, first shift. Oops, I moved everybody again.
Marco's sleepwalking again.
Wait, who's in first shift again?
Me and Elise.
You and Elise? Okay. Abaddon, go to bed.
He's probably muted himself.
That's okay. Alright, so you and Elise, back at the thing and the stuff and the looking at each other and yeah, what's up?
They're doing the things.
Hello. How are
Hello
you?
Doing well.
It's good.
I like that we bought all that food.
Yeah, she seemed really happy.
Really nice that I didn't have to pay for it this time.
Yeah, I mean, you paid for all of it last time.
Oh yeah, I mean I've paid for a majority of the stuff, like the wagon, the horses, the food for them,
Mm-hmm.
the bag of holding, the bag of holdings.
Yeah. You
I
are
try
a blessing to this party.
I, I try to keep the I try to keep it as nice as I can be.
And you do a great job. You very much appreciated.
I know. We need to get some more spices and stuff.
And sugar. You gotta get some
Yes,
sugar.
sugar. Get some brown sugar, some white sugar. Make all kinds of things. Make this into a try to turn this trip into a vacation kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think I
hoping
think
I could get
the
some lemons.
lemons. I haven't seen any lemons. Are you sure this is the right area for lemons?
Well, I was hoping a market would have some somewhere. We've been traveling a lot, and it all looks the same to me.
That's fair. Very fair, very fair.
It's like some baked fish with lemon sounds good.
Baked fish. Yeah. Well, hopefully when we go fishing tomorrow, we'll get some fish.
I'm sure Red will get some fish. He's good at that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Delicious fish, non-poisoned. I'm ready for it.
I'm just hoping we don't end up into like a huge ass water snake or something.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, there's probably going to be a giant water snake. That's probably fine.
Because if you haven't noticed, Spiky Dwarf knows swim well, especially in armor.
Well, just don't
I
go
could
near
swim
the
just fine
water.
out of it. Like I could swim just fine out of armor, but in armor, I tend to not swim so well.
That is fair. That is fair.
Kind of hard to hit things when you're in the water.
Yeah. Well, we just won't go in the water. We'll just get the fish from the water, right?
Yeah, but you know how this usually goes. It's gonna be something like some big snake grabs up Abaddon, drags him in the water. Then we have to go save the Abaddon. Then we smack
Yeah.
the steak. And then we're all miserable because we're wet.
Yeah. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, though.
Maybe he'll just use lightning on the water or something and be like, snake, go away.
That'd be fun. I'm excited.
I am too. Is this your first time fishing?
No, my brothers and I used to go fishing all the time, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about the fishing.
You got yourself a fishing kit.
No, I don't usually carry one with me, you know.
I'm pretty sure if you sweet talk Red, he'll let you borrow his.
Well, I was probably gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Check out what I got. He'll show the finished rod that he made.
Ooh, this is really
I was
well
gonna
done.
Yeah, it's got engravings on it and everything else. I was gonna give it to Red. It's more decoration than anything now that I know that he has one, but
He'll love the gesture either way.
either that or he'll stare at me blankly and say that he has a fishing pole.
Well, just tell him it's a gift. He can't refuse a gift, right?
One would think.
Mm-mm. All right. So you two can chit-chat a little bit about different fishing techniques and things that you guys have done throughout your years. You have a lot more experience. I've obviously, Isaac, because you've lived longer, but you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me perception checks. While you and Elise are chit-chatting, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. And your shift comes to a close. It is time for you to awaken the Dawngrave and the Marco.
Bap bap.
Is it already my turn?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. Okay.
Me and Elise are headed to bed.
All right, good night. I
All
got it.
right. Night, Elise.
Bye.
I'm gonna check on the horses, make sure they haven't got snaked.
No, they're doing good.
I'm gonna be real upset if I come back one of my horses got eaten.
You didn't hear anything off in the distance.
Right.
Middle shift goes without anything happening, and Marco awakens Red and Abaddon for the final shift. Red,
Right.
good morning. Abaddon, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I was having a cough fit.
Oh, no dying.
I'm trying not to, I promise.
Oh.
It's my job.
The Abaddon's thing.
I said it's my job.
Well, you guys.
And we got
Red
our
and-
long rest.
Yeah, if you need it, you both have a long rest.
Oh, I do use a few spells. Dang, I forgot the message a little while again, whatever.
Just do it now.
She's asleep right now, more than likely. I don't want to wake her up. I'll wait during the day's travel and I'll message her.
It's a beautiful day. Sun is starting to peek over the edge as the sun is beginning to rise.
I'll offer Abaddon a chunk of cheese.
I will take the chunk of cheese. And I will eat it. Thank you. This is lovely.
Cheese is good.
It is. It is. It's a hard process to make, but it's very yummy. Is there any particular thing we want for breakfast?
I think we're eating light so they can have fish.
Right. I mean, I could just make some like. I still have a little bit of salted meat I need to use up, if I'm being honest. So I can just make some jerky.
We don't have enough time to make jerky.
You do. You cook the meat and then you cook it more, and then it's tough.
Well, no. You gotta smoke it.
Yeah, we still have 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like an all day process.
Okay. I make different jerky. It's a little bit different. So
Okay.
I just use normal meat, cook it like you would a steak or something, chop it up thin, and then you just put it over the fire. Takes about maybe an hour at most, over like a little rack, and then it kind of hardens and becomes jerky. It's softer. It's not like harder jerky, but it's softer jerky.
So you're just slow cooking the meat.
Oh, over the flames slash mostly the smoke. Yes. Over coals, you put off to the side, make a little coal pit. I used to make it a lot when I was traveling before I met you, Spark and everything else, and you all.
Mm.
It was a good ration food.
Before I met you all, I had a whole lot of apples, a lot of pears, and fish. A whole lot of fish.
Understandable.
For the most part, I don't really care, but God, I hate fish.
Do you want something else other than fish?
No, I'll eat it because it's food.
Hmm.
I don't know, I ate so much of it growing up. I just hate fish.
This is understandable.
Like eating the same thing over and over and over again.
I guess I have this porridge.
Yeah, we got the fish that didn't sell well on the market.
Mm.
So that's what we were given to eat. Which, not being ungrateful, there's just a lot of fish.
Nah, it's all good. I grew up with a lot of porridge because that's what we could afford. And, after a bit of time, it's just like, I'm porridge,
Yeah, I used to like mash my fish up to like a paste and just kind of down it all as quick as I could.
Mm.
Like you get on with my day. And mostly, I guess that's why I have the feeling about food that I have now. I just kind of eat it because I need to eat. You get cravings every now and then, like gestures to the cheese.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I really have cravings ever. I just kind of eat when I have. Mostly because the things I make are quite different than what I've ever had before. So,
Yeah, there's certain things like, growing up, you either didn't get them at all, or if you did, it was like a really rare treat.
pretty much.
Remember, for your birthday, was you got this like soft dough thing
Hmm.
with honey in the inside of it, and that's what you got for your birthday. When I got to eat mine, it was normally taken from me.
Hmm. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, if you ever want to, I can try to replicate whatever that was that you had.
I'll try to remember what it was called. Like it was sopapilla. I think that's what they called it.
I haven't heard of it before, but I'll look into it.
Yeah, I only got to eat like 3 of them.
Hmm.
My friend Yella, she shared hers with me once.
Nice. I don't think I ever had a tradition like that before when I'm grew up. We normally got like, a little like I don't even know. I think mine was a candy apple, if I remember correctly. Have you ever had one of those?
I stole one once. I didn't particularly care for it.
Hmm.
It was Yella's idea. She's the one that taught me goblin. She was she was very mischievous, but she was good people.
That's good. Do you know where she is now?
Probably off in her village somewhere. We all got assigned one when we graduated.
Gotcha.
And after graduation, we snuck out, stole like some treats and stuff for our little celebration. And that was the last I seen of her. She was gone hell before I woke up. But I was also one of the last ones to receive assignment, so
Gotcha. Well, I hope you could see her again at some point.
yeah, it'd be fun to swap war stories. You guys would like her.
I bet. She sounds like a wonderful person.
Yeah, hell with a crossbow.
That's good. Got the aim. Did she teach you some things?
Tried. I'm not so hot on the bows. But I hit things hard,
Hmm. Well, I know that.
and I'm tough. She was a lot more nuanced than I was. And she's doing all right.
That's good to hear. Well, should we wait the others? I think it's the time.
Yeah, I'll go get Isaac.
All right. But during this time, Gather would have been making jerky.
Yes, of course. No, that's totally fine.
Okay,
Your
good,
guys'
my
shift
meat.
passes without any issues, and you are able to wake up your friends. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Isaac, it's time.
All right.
You still alive in there?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Elise?
Yes, I am awaketh. I'm
Marco?
awake.
You alive?
He does not respond.
Marco?
Does not respond.
Just open his tent. Are you alive?
He's starfished, like is on his back and is breathing, and he's like,
Okay. Marco!
does not respond.
Marco, I will wet willy you if you don't get up. I know you can hear me.
He's not responding.
You brought this upon yourself.
Ugh.
Yeah, just gonna just lick my finger right into his ear.
Okay, Red, hold on. What's your AC, Red?
17?
Okay, so
Does he have
Well,
the gauntlets on now?
16. No, I am not using the gauntlets. I don't have them anymore.
No, Marco does, doesn't he?
I sold them.
Okay.
yeah, he gave the gauntlets away. It's fine. So Marco does like this motion to push you away, but he does it far too aggressively because he was still half asleep. And you get decked in the face for 4 points of damage as
Well
his
done.
fist collides and like knocks you out of his tent, and he just hears, "What is that? Why is my ear? That's so
Marco's awake.
gross! Why would you do that? What is
Isaac is
wrong
just
with you?"
laughing his ass off.
I'm just look over to Abaddon. So Yella taught me that.
Oh, gotcha. Don't ever do that on me, please.
We'll see.
Marco is very upset this morning.
That's how she used to wake me up when I was late for class.
Yeah, at least I'm a light sleeper, so.
Can you get out of the front of my tent and I get
No.
out?
Yeah.
God, friggin'. You could have just woken me up like you normally do. What is wrong with you?
I tried.
Obviously not hard enough. I always wake
No,
up.
I got you up, didn't I? I think I tried adequately hard enough.
I don't know, because I wasn't awake. Obviously.
Oh, good morning, Marco.
Good day, Red.
It's gonna be a good day, I can tell.
Yeah, we're gonna go get fish.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. No, this day's gonna suck.
Alright. So you guys have your morning routine. Anybody who needs to pray is praying, etc. What do you guys have for breakfast today?
I made jerky.
Marco will accept one of the jerkies and swallow it. Nom 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 nom.
Well, Marco seems to be enjoying the jerky.
That's pretty good. It's a little dry.
That is, it shouldn't be that dry. Oh, sorry, I gave you the end piece. My bad. Here's some water.
See? I told you, Abaddon.
The
As looked to
end
Elise,
piece-
see? That's what happens when you get well done meat. You kill your guest.
It was not well done. It was still smoked. All right.
Alright. Well done meat is never good.
It wasn't well done.
Like medium rare at best.
This is not steak I made. It's jerky. Like you can't have medium rare jerky.
Not with that
Just-
attitude.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It won't take an hour to make it. Or sorry, for 2-3 hours to make that type of jerky. The inner piece is a little better. Here, have a little middle piece, Marco. I'll have
Okay.
a nicer piece of jerky.
Thank you. He will consume the middle piece, and it obviously is much better.
All right, well, you ready
I'll
to
have some too.
get a head start on fishing?
Fishing,
might as
yeah. All right. So you guys head on out for the day. Nothing too cray going on the stuff and the things, you know. So we'll go ahead and move on over to the travel road. Bam, travel road. Here we go. Excellent travel road time. So while you guys are traveling, it doesn't take you terribly long. Abaddon, you know exactly where the fishing location is, so you're kind of directing everybody to it. You do have to leave the main road for a little bit to get to the location, but, you know, it's not terrible. So after roughly about an hour or so, you do make it to your location.
Oh, damn.
Location.
Cav, I have a question.
I have an answer.
On our map, we got the names of towns. Is this lake named?
No.
It's not actually on the map that you sent us.
You do not have a name for this lake.
Okay. We get to name it.
If you want to. But yeah, so it's a pretty nice area here. You know, it's a nice little nestled area. Somebody puts up the chair and thing there for the fishing. That's the only fishing rod I had in my inventory. Just go with it. So there you guys go. Wherever you want. This is the fishing area here. It's pretty nice. There's lots of shade if you want to go under the shade, and yeah.
Isaac will give Red the fishing pole he made him.
Nah, thank you.
He said thank you.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
Right?
Red, are you feeling okay?
You've been such a positive influence on him.
What? What do you mean?
Nothing. You're wonderful. Everything about you is great.
Isaac gives him thumbs up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is happening? So, I'm gonna look out into the water, just, I've got a stupid idea. I've got two of them, actually.
Here, I'm gonna put some fish in the pond.
So, hold on a second, Kat. As everybody's getting their fishing stuff ready, I'm just gonna pull 4 arrows out of my bag.
Uh-huh.
We're whitelisted, the fish aren't, and drop the arrows.
Okay. So, you do understand that when an arrow hits water, it is being influenced, correct? And therefore can no longer shoot in a straight line?
Yeah, but it's a magically charged arrow that seeks its target.
Sure, but it can
Even if it hits the
still
water,
miss.
it would go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not being aimed, it's just magically, it makes a dexterity saving throw, it takes damage.
Sure. Dexterity saving throw to all my fish. What's the save?
What's up? Hold on, I'm looking for. So I need 12, 15, because of my sickle.
Shickle. That one passes. That one passes. You hit this one. This one passes.
All right, so the one that got hit takes 2 damage.
You pincer attack this fish. This fish here. And it floats up to the top, and you're able to kind of pull it up onto the land if you wanted.
Got one.
I feel like that's cheating, Fred.
What? Oh, fine. I'll get
mean-
my fishing tackle out.
I mean, you do whatever you want to do, but I feel like that's cheating.
You
All right.
improvise.
So you guys, are you gonna make like a fire to cook the fish over?
I'll help get that set up.
Okay.
And I'll end up casting my net out when they're ready.
Sure.
I actually
Start
get to use my
making a
net for its
fire.
intended purposes.
Now start making a fire.
Where are you making the fire?
I'd have made it over here.
Okay. There's your fire. There you go.
Very pretty fire.
Yeah. New fire, new area, all good stuff.
All right,
oh,
now
no, wait,
where's
this
the
is what we want.
snake Leviathan coming out of the lake to kill Marco?
Why is Marco dying? What is this?
I don't know.
Here you go.
Oh, I will pull out. I'm just relaxing. I will pull out my sending stone
Sure.
now that it's more into the day. Stop doing that.
What? What happened? What?
I keep clicking and it goes in a forge. There's like use the charge. It's like, oh, you want to show me the spell? No. Good morning, beautiful. Hope your day is as beautiful as this sunshine here. I'm currently fishing. Sending love.
Oops.
And kisses. I think that was 25.
Yeah, that was probably 25. You get a response back. Oh my gosh, I missed you. I was so worried. Glad you're doing well. Make sure you are eating lots, and I'll see you tonight. Love, and cut off.
Might see you tonight.
Or like, speak to you tonight. She misspoke.
Yes. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, she want me to speak. I can't talk to her tonight. I don't have another sending.
She doesn't know that.
I will talk to her tomorrow night and scare her very silly.
Alright, well, Elise sits down and she's gonna do a little bit of fishing, The other fish is on the fire next to Abaddon. Whoever's fishing, give me survival checks.
Can I try to fish with my mage hand?
You want to try to catch a fish?
Yeah, with my like invisible mage hand. Just, like summon it in the water and then like attempt to like move it to a fish and grab it and pull it out of the water.
I mean, you can try. Give me a survival check.
Where the heck is there's my spell.
Red, you are able to catch 3 large fishes. Abaddon, they keep slipping out of your grip before you're able to grab them.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Hey. They're doing better than me anyways. I'm catching these. It's fine.
There you go, Red. There's your catch of the day.
All right.
Isaac, were you also doing the fishing?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Give me your survival check, my lord. Oh.
Nope.
Red seems to be stealing all of the fish directly next to where your line is.
Yep, that tracks.
Elise is actually able to catch 1 or 2 fish herself. There's Alicia's catches. She's doing pretty good, So you guys have enough fish for everyone to consume one, if you wish. You'll have to put them around the campfire and cook them up. So yeah, but your day is going really nice. The water is very calming. Everything is fine. Nothing crazy is happening. Nothing's gonna jump out of the water and eat you. It's fine. Right?
I will have a fish if people have extras, yes.
Yes. Collectively, you have all caught enough fish for 1 for each person. Spleen?
Alright.
Yeah.
You all good there, Red?
Yeah, just look at this fish. Just remind me back of the old days when fish is all we had.
We could season it really yummy, Red. What's your favorite seasoning?
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Well, you never know.
Oh no, so it's not that I don't like the taste of fish. It's just everything associated with the memory of the fish.
So you don't like fish?
I mean, I'll eat it.
I bet you Abaddon could make you a delicious sauce to go over the fish that would take away all the fishy smell and taste. Right, Abaddon? You can probably do that.
Oh, I can do that, yes.
Yeah,
I got
give
a
him
couple.
something that tastes amazing.
Here you go. Isaac actually opens up his cold bag. He pulls out a few sauces.
Hey, yeah, that's right. He got some sauces.
I can just make it taste different without doing anything to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like.
I mean, I'll eat it either way. It's not that I don't like the taste of fish. It's just remembering all the times when fish.
I'll kind of wig my finger still and cast prestidigitation on his fish to make it taste like just like honey, like slabbed meat.
Fair.
So
You painstakingly place all the fish on the fire.
Yeah. So when he was to eat, well, when he does go to eat it, I will then make it taste like that.
Very good. Perfect. There. Done. All the fish is on the fire and cooking. Don't question it. Haphazardly thrown on the fire. Alright. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Are we seeing like a bunch of snakes out in the water?
No. No snakes. None. You haven't seen a snake today.
Crazy. I should have asked about the lake while I had the chance.
Well...
I think, Do we see anything out in the lake? Like, anything? Because on the map, it's got, like... I want to say ruins.
This doesn't appear to be that exact same area. This one's probably closer to the edge, so...
Okay, never mind then.
So, Isaac, Abaddon, how you guys feeling?
Doing good. Mostly just relaxing
good.
today.
Yeah. I'm ready to consume these fishes.
Are we going swimming?
We can, if you want. Do we want to eat the fish first? I'm pretty hungry.
I'm good either way.
Abaddon, are the fishes done yet?
Almost.
Okay. Marco says, how about now?
It's been 5 seconds.
I'm going to summon my shark.
Okay. Summon your shark. Let me get your shark too.
Just boop.
What
Wait,
size
yeah.
is he?
Small size.
Okay. There you go. There is your shark.
I would say, hey, scout around, see if there's anything dangerous in the water, but if you see, like, shiny things, bring them back up here.
He nods. Red, do you have access to move him around?
Yes.
You should. Yeah, I was gonna say, you should have access to move him around.
Eats fish. Eats fish. Eats fish.
Were you decimating the fish in this area? All right.
I'm sorry. I've been playing a lot of Ark. I set my pet to aggressive. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
All right, so your little doodads having a great time in the water, splashing around, eating some fish, looking around. The fish on the campfire does get finished if you all wish to consume it.
I will let them know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Elise will come up over there and get one of the finished fishes. And she will start to consumeth the flesh.
Perfect. And then if Red, do you eat yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will like wave my hand over yours and then be like, that one is yours.
Okay, and I eat it like I don't really take the time to savor. I just kind of like I'll just go.
Well, the bit that you do taste, it does taste like honey glazed meat.
I'll just give Abaddon a thumbs up.
Delicious. All right. Does everybody consume the fishes?
Yes.
How do you like it, Isaac? Is your character liking the fishes?
Yeah, he likes fish.
All right. So you all consume the fishes. At this point, Red, can you sense your animal companion thing?
I mean, it's a summon, so I'd assume I know when it poofs because I have to maintain concentration on it.
Right. But like, if it finds something on the bottom and tries to pull it up to you, you don't know that until it comes up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also like it's smart enough that it can like come up and be like, it can't tell me. Well, it's a beast. It can communicate small ideas to me.
Sure. Then you see your little shark thing like jumping literally out of the water to get your attention. It does like a whoosh. And the first thing that you get from it is terror, danger, and then it splashes back into the water.
Everybody get away from the water. Get away from the water.
And
there's some back in there. Shit.
You see the water is surrounding this area here begins to form a funnel, which your shark friend is currently caught in. And in the middle of that funnel, you see one of these pop up.
What the fuck?
And then, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and hold on. Let me add you all to the combat tracker real quick.
What are you?
So if you all would like to go ahead and roll initiatives now.
That thing is a nightmare.
What the hell is that?
Don't question it. He's fine.
Damn it, it was almost a natural 20. Like, all right, Sharky McShark face, let's do this.
Nice. What's your dex, Red?
14.
Mine's 14
tied.
also. Rollies! I go first.
Okay. There we go. Everyone's initiatives have been rolled. As soon as this thing kind of like pops out of the waters, you can kind of see it a little bit better now. It's got like a pink, like reptilian kind of skin all over its body, but where its hands would come to the front, you can kind of see they end in actual hooks instead of anything else, and it's got a mouthful of sharp teeth, and you can just see the water around it begin to turn black. Red,
Yeah.
your little shark thing being in the water that the thing is currently in, I need it to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let me check its stats real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, I keep forgetting this thing's actually my beast is actually pretty fucking cool. No, we got an 11.
So, you can sense that he feels very, very sick. And he is now poisoned and takes, 15 points of damage from the water as it begins to, be poisoned by the tainted water around the creature. And all of the fish around it begin to die and kind of float up to the top of the water. So this is where we are. Do you guys want to finish this combat this week?
I don't mind.
All right. Everybody good to stay for a little bit longer?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm set.
Okie dokie. So top of the order, Isaac. You see this thing pop up and it's starting to spread out like a blackish ink around itself in the water. What do you do?
He's just straight up like, nah, fuck that. And he's gonna take out his bolt, his javelin of lightning.
Uh-huh. You're going to lightning my creature?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And the water around it.
Oh gosh, okay. Go
So
ahead.
First I'm going to rage.
Okay. So rage, that uses
You gotta
your
understand,
bonus
Mito's from the south. He's doing the equivalent of dropping a bug catcher in the lake.
action.
It's true. Just stop. Done with that. And yeet.
Oh, that's a proper monster.
Yeah. You do hit it with your javelin.
Does it touch the water too?
Yeah, but go ahead and give me your damages. Please keep the lightning and piercing damage separate.
Okay. I'll try like the buttons all together for it.
Well, I mean, I can hover over it and see.
Okay. Boop.
So you did 5 piercing damage.
5
and-
piercing damage, DC 13.
Dexterity saving throw. He does pass the dexterity saving throw.
All right, so he takes half damage, which would be like 7 for lightning.
Sure.
And the water that hits around it hits the lightning too.
So Red, your
Yeah.
shark is right next to it.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna need your shark to roll me dexterity saving throw.
Oh, come on, buddy. Not so hot in the decks.
Unfortunately, he will be taking the full brunt of the 13 points of electricity damage.
You can poof him.
Okay. Sorry, little buddy. Okay, anything else you'd like to do, Isaac, sir?
No, that'll be the end of my thing.
All right, Abaddon, your turn.
Mm-hmm. I will see the thing pop up. And I will cast.
Yes.
Let's do a 3rd level chromatic orb.
Very good, sir.
I'll make it lightning damage.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll.
Is a 15 hit?
Does a 15 hit? No, a 15 misses.
What the frick? Well,
What else would you like to do?
I will look over at Elise and be like, if you're gonna shoot it, you've got it. I don't know if you will though, but you got it, and I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on her.
Okay, all right. So she has bardic inspiration. Got it. Noted.
Mhm.
All right. Well, it's Marco's turn. Marco has a crossbow. Marco will use his crossbow. Boop. Marco will miss with his crossbow. That is fine. Red, it is your turn.
All right.
Are you gonna throw your boomerangs?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Instead, just gonna bonus action Hunter's Market, and I'm gonna shoot it with my bow.
Ooh.
And I get to go, since I went first before him, I get advantage on my attacks.
I'm
I'm assuming.
an 11 does not hit. Very
All right, well,
sorry.
was never too hot with the bow. Let's try it again.
No, a 13 does not hit.
Oh, that's all I got.
You're having a rough time. It's fine.
Bow's never my
Elise-
thing.
Yeah, Elise is gonna bless everybody. Whoop. There you go. Now you get to add a D4 to your stuff and things. So she is using her turn for that this time, and then she's gonna back the frick up. And then it's its turn. So, this thing, it swirls around in the water a little bit. Let's see. Who hit it? Red missed a whole bunch.
I hit it.
Isaac was the one who hit it. Okay.
Yes. Come on to land. See how that works out for you.
So, Isaac, you see the creature, like, dip under the water for a second, and then when it comes back up, you see it, like, reel its head back, and then it spits at you, and this spout of water just comes and tries to hit you. Give me a DC... Wait, I can't tell you. Sorry. Give me a strength saving throw.
Against something being fired at me?
It is shooting a magical spout of water at you from the middle of the lake.
And I can't dodge it?
That's what the saving throw is for.
With strength. Okay.
Okay. So since you did it, you are not pulled towards the thing, so you take half as much damage as it would have done to you. Boop, boop, boop. So essentially, you are resisting the attack that it is doing. You're kind of standing there in your stoutness and taking it, you know. But as the water hits you, you feel that it's not normal water. It appears to be acid water, and you take 21 points of acid. Well, sorry, half that. Half of 21 points of acid damage.
Huh. All right.
Let's see. Is there anything else? No one else is within range, so, no. It's gonna stay out here in the middle of the water and, kind of taunt you as it splashes around. It is Dongrave's turn. Dongrave's going to toll the dead on the creature, as he normally does. The creature, wisdom saving throw, will fail, and Dongrave will do toll the dead damage. Excellent, very good. And it is already damaged from earlier. Good job, Isaac. Perfect, okay. Top of the order. Isaac, what would you like to do?
Well, I can't really do anything. Like, I guess I'll take my other javelin. I'm just gonna lose both javelins this game. Just yeet.
A 26 does hit.
Boop. 10 damage.
10 damage, got it, on it.
That ends my turn.
And boop, 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 boop. Okay. Next up is Abaddon. Sir, what would you like to do?
Desire again, yes?
It is, yes.
Alrighty. Well, I'll try another Commander Orb
Sure.
at 5th level. You son of a...
Well, I mean, you are blessed,
Oh.
but I don't think it's enough.
I did a 15 last time and it's not gonna make it, no.
Sorry. Anything else you want to do?
Red, you're probably better at this than me. You got this, so cast Bardic Inspiration, Red.
Okay.
So I'll give him Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic
Oh,
thanks.
Inspiration. All right. So then it is Marco. Marco will take another shot with his crossbow. Bam. Marco's gonna hit. Excellent. Good job, Marco. And Marco does some damage. All right, Red, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and shoot it a couple times.
Sure. You do have Bardic Inspiration, and you are blessed.
18, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit that hashtag bless. 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and give me your damage.
All right. So thank you for being wounded. First attack does 9 points of damage.
Got it. Okay.
Rolled like crap.
So
And then I'm gonna try shooting it again. Hashtag bless.
okay, 15 and Bardic Inspiration.
I'm gonna hold on to Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
I just have this horrible thing of it just like running up and yanking me into the water, and I'd rather have the Bardic Inspiration for that.
Fair. Fair. All right.
But a 15 misses, I assume?
15 misses. Terribly sorry.
That happens.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, good sir?
I'm going to ruler. 10. Reposition just a little bit. That way we're not all grouped up.
Sure. Then it is Elise's turn. She doesn't really have any, like, attack spells. She has her spiritual weapon. How far is it? Yeah, she could totally summon her spiritual weapon, like, right there. Sure, alright. So she's gonna summon her spiritual weapon right here. Nope, that's... Let me change the color. Hang on. Boop. 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 Configure. Done. And yeah. No, I don't want text. You silly. No, it's still black. Why are you still black? Be this color. Thank you. There we go. This is her spiritual weapon that I have summoned and is taking up this spot so it can attack the creature. Alright, Elise, attack. She got 16, so Bardic Inspiration, because she did have that from Bunny. Ooh. She maxes out the Bardic Inspiration and hits it. Excellent. So with her spiritual weapon, she deals 7 points of damage. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Alright, it is the creature's turn. Let's see. It's going to... Since Isaac resisted its thing, it's going to attack Red instead. Alright, Red. You see it do the same thing it did to Isaac. It goes under the water for a second, comes back up, and then spits a spout of water in your general direction. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw to see if you can take half damage.
A strength saving throw? Okay.
That's what it says.
All right. What's that Bardic Inspiration?
Mr. Bunny, is it a D4?
That's a D6 for
D6.
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, hold on. Hashtag bless. 17. I'll hold on to the inspiration.
You hold on to the 17?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Red.
Mm-hmm.
So, Red. You
Yeah.
feel the water hit you, and it tries to grab you and, like, pull you towards the water. But you stand your ground and push, like just hold your ground where you are and you don't get pulled into the water. So you take 11 points of damage from the acid as it tries to burn you. It was 22, so you take half of that. So 11 points of acid damage. Clap, 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 clap.
Got it.
And then Donnie will toll the dead. The creature will fail. And Donnie will deal some damage. All right, top of the order. Isaac, what would you like to do?
In turn.
Oh, no more ranged weapons?
No, that was literally it, and I've lost both range weapons.
No. Okay. We gotta get you a
Like-
crossbow or something. Abaddon, sir, what would you like to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going faster, sorry. I'm keeping track, but for some reason I keep forgetting where I am in the initiative.
You're after Isaac.
I'm gonna fly up
Okay.
there, I guess.
How high are
fly
you
about
above the water?
15 feet high,
Sure.
10 feet forward, not 20 feet high. We'll go 20 feet high.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to move me out like one more, then if you can. I can't move myself out.
That's okay.
So 15 feet up. I'll
Got
cast
it.
a 4th level chromatic orb. Please work.
Ooh!
Finally.
27 does hit.
We're doing lightning damage. That has a bigger effect. 27.
Are you also doing the fire?
No, it's only 27.
Okay.
It wasn't a fire attack. So there's no fire.
Okay, so you chromatic orb this creature, and it hits it. From what you can tell, it smacks it right in the face there. And you're watching this thing from up above, and it takes a lot of damage from the lightning, but it doesn't seem terribly phased by it.
Like it did have an effect.
It did shock it, but it's like it resisted a little bit of the damage.
Oh, good. Okay, good to know.
Anything else on your turn you'd like to do?
How much did we gain a spell slot? That's it. That's my turn.
All right. Marco will take another pot shot with his crossbow. He misses this time. Red, it is your turn.
Oh, let's try this again, shall we? All right. I'm going to longbow.
That.
Hold on. So 14.
Mm.
Bardic Inspiration. 19.
19 does hit, yes.
For 17 points of damage.
Ooh, yummy. All right.
Yeah, I rolled a little better this time around. Man, what is with my dice today?
Well,
See,
11.
my dice in common have not been like me too.
Yeah, 14 ain't gonna do nothing.
No, 14 misses. Terribly sorry. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I got.
Okie dokie. Elise, her spiritual weapon will try to do a thing. It will hit. Good. And she will do a wee bit of damage as her spiritual weapon slashes the creature. And it is its turn. It sees something juicy directly next to it, so it's gonna try to spit at you, Abaddon. Abaddon,
Okay.
go ahead and give me a strength check.
Strength check or strength save?
Strength save.
$12.
Okay. First off, Abaddon, you take 17 points of acid damage as you feel the water hit you, and it like circles around you and begins to
Yummy.
pull you down into the water.
Oh, good.
So at this point, you all see Abaddon go bloop under the water as it pulls you 60 feet towards him.
Oh, good.
So essentially, you are directly next to the creature where you probably didn't want to be, but here we are.
Not really, no.
No. Yep, and is pulled up to 60 feet towards the creature. Yep, so it pulls you all the way. It's Dawngrave's turn. Dawngrave's gonna toll the dead. Oh, it passes, so it does not go through. Isaac.
Yes.
Abaddon is now in the water with the creature. Is there anything you would like to do?
There's really not anything I can do.
Okay. I don't know anything else that I can give you.
Yeah, just very unfortunate situation.
I'm sorry.
You want a boomerang?
I'm just gonna lose it.
Well, if you miss, it'll come back.
That is
Shh.
fair.
Keep your boomerang.
All right. So, Abaddon, it is your turn. You are currently in the water next to this creature.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. You are within its threat range. So if you try to leave its threat range, it's going to be very angry with you.
Yeah, that's fine. Where is it? I'm just gonna say, I don't want to be here. Sorry, and I'm gonna snap my fingers and cast Thunder Step on myself.
Okay.
And take it with you and drop it off on land.
Oh, did you? Are you taking it with you, or are you just snapping?
No, because I can't.
Damn.
Has to be willing.
Okay.
That one willing creature has to come with me, so I can't. So I'm just gonna teleport back. I can't move my stuff back to land, but I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
move
there's
myself back to like
a
here.
water barrier there. I'll get you.
Next to the campfire on the left, so I'll move myself.
He tried so hard. He got one, and then you just teleported away. How much damage did you do to him?
It's like a con saving throw.
Con saving throw. Okay, okay. He fails.
The thunder could be heard up to 300 feet away, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
Well, you have
But-
aggroed everything in the area. Good job.
22 thunder damage.
Bam. Done, done, done. What else would you like to do on your turn, my lord?
That's it.
Okay.
I see. I'll be
Next
like,
up.
Red, you got this again, man. I believe in you, and I'll give him another bardic inspiration.
Marco will attack with his crossbow, and unfortunately miss this time. Red, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Second verse, same as the first. Hopefully, I miss both this. Hit both this time.
Oh, you want to miss? I heard that.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
19 hits. Give me your damage.
Oh, hold on. Plus. So first attack does 18 points of damage.
Woo! Delicious. The creature is bleeding profusely into the water, by the way.
Hashtag blessed.
Bardic inspiration.
18.
Are you going to stay at 18?
Yes.
Okay. 18 meets it. So go ahead.
Oh. What the fuck?
What did you just do?
I have no idea.
Oh, you rolled
You
a
roll-
D2, you silly.
That is incorrect. I hit D8. No, not.
Technically, you did get D8 just with 2 dice.
It does 12 points of damage.
Okay, got it. Excellent. All right, anything else you'd like to do?
No. Trying to figure out how in the hell I turned a D8 into a coin.
Cute.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right, that is your turn. It is Elise's turn. Her spiritual weapon will attempt to attack. It will miss, unfortunately. And then it is the creature's turn. He is severely wounded, bleeding a whole bunch. He is going to run away. You see him submerge himself under the water, and he is escaping. So you are no longer in combat, as the creature has retreated to the ends of the earth, wherever he happens to be.
Damn.
Well, time to take my javelins out of my equipment.
Well, can't we just get them
No,
back?
just-
Nah, nobody's gonna go in that water with that thing.
Abaddon has a hand.
I do have my mage hand.
They're probably sunk by now. Besides, my main javelin's like 8 pounds.
I can hold up to 10 pounds.
Well, if you can find them down there, they've probably sunk by now.
How far can you send out your hand, Abaddon?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. So you get up to the edge of the water and you send out your mage hand to start searching for a little bit. Anyone else doing anything while Abaddon is searching for the thunder javelin?
I'll go check on the food.
I am going to send my shark down to go get the thunder javelin.
Okay, so you summon your shark again?
Yep.
Okay.
And if he sees, bring the thunder javelin back. But if he sees the creature, go kick its ass.
Okay. So you send your shark back down into Le Water, and once here you can have him back. There you go. There's your shark.
Yeah.
Once you summon him back with Abaddon's assistance, both you and the shark are able to get both of Isaac's javelins back and return them to him. Congratulations.
Perfect.
This is why I wanted a javelin that returns.
No, Mr. Bitey, go get that son of a bitch.
He shook his head like he didn't see him anywhere.
Okay, fair enough.
But this is, you guys have finished your fishing for the day. We will head back to the travel screen. I'm assuming there's nothing else you want to do here, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna feed my shark some fish and dismiss him.
Okay. All right. So you guys pack up your camp for today. Get back on the road. The creature does not respawn. So you get your butts back on the road, back to traveling. It was still the early part of the day. You did spend quite a bit of time relaxing and fishing for the first bit, so it is a little later, so you'll probably get a little later travel today than normal. But this is where we will pause this week, and we will come back next week with some fun stuff and things. Anything you want to wrap up? Anything you want to say before we finish today's session?
So apparently, when I threw my javelin at that monster,
Uh-huh.
it turns into a 5-foot wide bolt of lightning.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's just beam of lightning.
Nice.
Oh, man.
So there's probably a lot of fish that got murked.
Yeah, but do you want to eat those fish in the weird, creepy waters that it can, like, spewed out?
No, but it was cool.
It was pretty cool. Abaddon, are you good?
Yeah.
All right. Red, anything you want to finish up with, or are you Gucci?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us today. We'll see you all again next Monday, where we will continue our campaign. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.